Thanks for coming in tonight. Happy Tuesday, all y'all. Thanks replay viewers for coming in, and thanks YouTube viewers. YouTube viewers, if you'd like to watch live, you can join me on Periscope. I'm here every night at 9:30 p.m. Central. Just download the app to your phone and search for Penguin and Fish. Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming in. We are continuing block 37 of the Splendid Sampler. We just kind of got to trim it all down and sew it all together. I'm going to flip you guys around. Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. Hope y'all are doing well. I'm hoping we can finish this block today. It is block 37. Here we go, of the Splendid Sampler. We're pretty close. We on Sunday, the first day of it, we were able to pretty much sew all the pieces together. We have a little bit more sewing before we assemble the whole thing, but we're getting there, guys. I'm excited. I think it'll be so fun when it's done. If you're new here, my name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we create lovely and quirky hand embroidery patterns and kits. I'm the author of Sew and Stitch Embroidery and a fabric designer as well. And I'm here every night at 9:30 p.m. Central. So let's get sewing. I want to get cracking right away so we can get this done. Let me know what you're working on tonight and if you got this block done already. If you want more info on the blocks, they're all free right now on the splendidsampler.com. So, all right, I'm going to flip you around. Okay, here we are. So where we left off on Sunday was we finished all our half square triangles and our flying geese, and we cut everything out too, actually. We did a lot on Sunday. So I need to trim these down to start out with, and I need to measure these to make sure they're okay. But after that, we just hook these two guys together and sew the whole piece together. So pretty good. Oh, you did the bonus Children's Day block today. Oh, cool. Is that the one with all those itsy bitsy teeny pieces? I love the story behind that one. All right, guys, I have a giant fly that is flying around here. So if you see him, swat him for me. All right, I'm going to just tilt it down here so I have a little room to cut. These need to be trimmed to 2.5-inch squares. And the flying geese need to be 1.5 inch by 2.5 inch. So these ones for sure will need to trim down. I have a little 2.5 inch ruler, which is kind of awesome. It has a diagonal line on that, so I'm going to match that diagonal line with the diagonal seam here. And it looks like it's just a hair bigger. Oh, we flipped already? Okay. We probably flipped because I'm like way sloping down here and it probably just wants to flip on me. So hopefully that's okay. All right, let's cut these two edges. You know what? I gotta move all these. They're a little too close for comfort. All right. Oh, thanks! Yeah, this nail color, like I just actually painted. I just painted it today, but I had to repaint a couple fingers like 5 minutes ago. I have some fast drying drops now, which are nice, but I went grocery shopping today, so I have been cutting groceries up and washing them and doing all that all day today. So the nails that I did this morning, so they'd be ready for tonight, pretty much a lot of it came off while I was doing all the grocery prep. Yeah, I'm totally loving this color too. It's kind of new. Oh, it does really match. I like when that happens. All right, that guy is 2.5 inches. Let's do this one. So a little trimming, and then we will get sewing. I like when you can trim these half square triangles down because a few of my seam allowances were a little bigger than they should have been, and some were a little smaller. And luckily, it all balances out when I can just trim these down. So I like that. Oh, and in about 20 minutes, let's see. Oh, in 18 minutes, I'm gonna have to run to turn off the oven. I'm roasting beets right now, and they've been in there for like an hour and a half roasting, and I have to run over there and turn off the crazy, horrible beeping sound that will occur. Have you ever tried the lock block rulers? What are those like? Lock block rulers. Here, I'll write it down quick. I don't know my note sheet, but I'll write it on here. Lock block rulers. I'll look those up for sure after I'm done here. Oops. I was just checking. I don't have too much paint on my hands today. I think I'm getting a little less messy with the paint for my painting class. You like the lock block rulers too? Okay, I will for sure check them out. And what's nice about them? Like, do they just like, what does the lock block part mean? All right, one more of these. Oh, it was good. We kind of finished painting our first painting, which is the those apples. I can probably get it all. I think my phone's within reach. I can show you guys. And then we started the next painting. So this first painting we did in basically all red and greens to mix all the colors. So even the black was mixed from putting red and green together. We were allowed to use yellow ochre as well. So this new one, it's an oil painting class. I'm taking a beginning oil painting class. It's like the add a quarter with a ledge, but locks into the seam of the half square triangle. Ooh, that's interesting. Lock for half square triangles, so helpful. Okay, I will, we've been doing tons and tons of those, so I will look into that and look them up, see if I can get my hands on one. Okay, so all these are 2 inches, and I'm just going to check that these are the 1.5 by 2 inches. If not, I'll trim it or just take a look at it. Oof, they're okay. I think that one's fine. Yeah, so we got like 2 hours or so to kind of wrap up our first painting, and then we started the underpainting for our next class, and then the next class she's gonna show us how to mix more colors. So our next painting our first painting was red and green. Basically, our next painting is going to be blue and orange. So complement color. So when you mix the complementary colors together, you get black, and then you can mix a whole bunch of colors from just a very limited palette. And I think that's kind of the plan. So I'll just look it up quick. I'm not as messy. I got some blue around the nails, but the nail polish kind of covered that up a little bit. So we will have time in our class to work on it a little bit more if we want. I think let me zoom in. So here's where I landed last night. So here's our still life there. And so that was where I got. So I think what I'm going to do, though, I think I need to darken the background. Oh, thanks so much, because the bowl is so dark. I mean, that's what it looks like. The bowl is actually that dark, but it's so contrasty that I think I need to add some more dark to the background, so it kind of balances out this darkness. So I think I'm going to get there early, and I might even add a texture in the back. Like I might, since there's so much pattern, this is all patterny and this is patterny, I might actually add like a stripy background in the back, just really subtle and darker, just to kind of make it even more. Yeah. I'm gonna put it needs to be darker. It's definitely too light right now. But yeah, it was so much fun. So that's where we're at. And you know what? I forgot to take a photo of the underpainting for the next one, but I'll take a photo of the underpainting before I start painting over it on next Monday. But I am having so much fun with that class. I mean, I'm totally loving it, and I just want to paint a million things. Like, I want to paint, you know, I want to paint all my scissorses, and I want to paint, like, bobbins, and I want to paint, like, my sewing machine, and just do, like, a whole series of, you know, sewing oil paints, or even just, like, you know, a portrait of my iron or something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm, like, have tons of ideas for painting all our fun little objects here, and, I don't know. No time to do it. I figured I'll take the class first and see if I can, you know, set something up somewhere. I gotta clean the basement yet. But yeah, I am totally loving it. So alright guys, here is the next step. We're just sewing our little pieces here, our little extra rectangles, to the flying geese. I know, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. I'm loving it so much. I love it. I want to learn as much as I can. It's just really fun. All right, so I'm gonna put these guys together, and here, let's get the. Oops! Ow! I dropped my needles on me. So here, let me turn this off so you can see again. I'm gonna sew my scant quarter, but I'm gonna try and hit that cross where the flying geese meet. So I'm gonna sew with this guy on the top so I can see that little crossing there. Alright. But yeah, I just wanna, I mean, our basement needs to be completely cleaned. I wanna make our basement into like a craft and sewing area, and then move, you know, do my videos like this downstairs there too. But there's a whole lot of cleaning that needs to happen, and we need to seal our walls and all that. But I would love to have like a little painting area down there with some sewing machines and that sort of stuff too. We're thinking maybe, I don't know, sometime July, maybe we'll spend a bunch of time just getting it in order. That'd be nice. All right, I'm hitting that X. And I'm not pinning, I'm kind of almost using, I'm just keeping my edge good, and I'm almost using my stiletto just to kind of hold things in place. Alright, I'm going to get the next ones going right away. Okay, that looks decent. Going over that X. Alright, I'm also trying to work on sewing straight lines since I haven't been all that good at doing that. I'm definitely trying to improve that while doing the Splendid Sampler stuff. Towards this X, and we got one more after this one. I still have, yeah, I know, isn't it? It's sewing straight lines, it's just, especially my half square triangles, those are always end up being so wonky. I'm happy we get to cut those down. I don't know. Trying to get better. Alright. We're gonna hopefully have a couple days here to work on some other blocks though, so, because I'm hoping to wrap this one up tonight, and that's exciting to me, because I think we'll be able to for sure finish one block. Oh, is it more difficult with a walking foot to sew straight lines? I haven't sewn without a walking foot in a while, except for when I was at my parents' house and used my mom's just 1/4 inch foot, and I had such a difficult time because I'm so used to the top and bottom being able to be pulled at the same time, you know, with a walking foot. But it kept sliding everywhere. I don't know. I was having a hard time. All right, all right. I could have gone a little more scant on these, probably, but we're okay still. I'm not clipping them. I do have about a 1/16 of an inch. Like if I pull these apart, I can see a little space in between the point, but they're pretty dang good. They're not clipped, and that's what I'm worried about a little bit more. Yeah, I did them all about the same. Yeah, see, this one's a hair bigger, but we're okay. We can trim those down if we wanted to, but I think we're not going to do anything. So let's press those. Let's see. Okay, pressing to just that long strip. Yep, clipped isn't good. This is definitely better than cutting those little corners off. All right, let's press to this side. So I'm going to set it on top. I think my iron's hot. It likes to fall asleep. But I would love to do an oil painting of like my iron with a little piece of fabric ready to be ironed and stuff. I don't know. I just want to do a bunch of sewing related still lifes. I really hope that I can kind of set something up so I can try my hand at painting or like a little thing. Shiny surfaces are tough to paint. Well, yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm totally loving the oil paintings right now. I feel like it's almost like a paint by number a little bit. Like you kind of pick your area that you want a certain color and you just block that in, and then you paint all the little bits around it that are a little different color, and I don't know. At least, you know, that's not all oil painting, but that's how we're kind of doing it right now. The Michelangelo of sewing items. I don't know. I just like, you know, this is how I was in school, though, too. I always liked making the mundane kind of big and important. Like, I would love to paint, like, a bobbin, but, like, on a huge, you know, 3-foot by 3-foot canvas or something, you know? I mean, that's way out of my league of painting that big right now. But, you know, I always kind of loved that. Like, making things that people overlook, you know, these fun, like, daily functional things, at least for me, with all the sewing. Just kind of, you know, give them a moment. So I kind of, that's where my ideas are coming right away that I want to paint is just that sort of feeling. So I don't know, we'll see. I'll get through the class, and then I don't know, I somehow, if I want to be doing it at home here, have to make it a habit somehow. I'm still not sure how to dispose of stuff, because you're not supposed to throw away this oil stuff. You know, if you have rags with the oil paints on, or, you know, even papers with your old oil paint on, you're supposed to throw it away special. And I'm not quite sure how to do that yet. They have special stuff at the school to throw that stuff away. And our teacher, I asked my teacher what she does, and she says she brings all her stuff to school to throw out. And I'm like, well, that doesn't help me. So I'll have to ask her how to do it at home. Oh, yeah. Oh, so do you paint too? You've done some oil painting? Yeah, that's why I feel like I should have gotten into this a lot earlier, but I was always scared of that too. Like, how do you throw away stuff, and isn't this all toxic and all that? So that's kind of what, you know, you know, in my brain, why I feel like I haven't done oils before. Okay, I'm totally coming to the falling in love stage. I was sewing like these 3 pieces. I think it's the point when I have 3 pieces of fabric sewn together is when I start falling in love with everything. So I'm kind of totally digging it right now. All right, we're on the home front here. Let's I don't think that was the right phrase. The home front. We're on the, I don't know. Anyway, so place units is shown together. Yep, we did that. Press seams in the directions of the arrows. Okay, we pressed those in the right thing. Oh, okay, that's a good idea. Check with the recycling garbage company. Yeah, they might have a special day for that or something. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. And I suppose I could keep bringing it over to the school. I mean, I'm an alumni from where I'm taking the painting class, so they probably wouldn't be too. But it's kind of weird. Home plate, yeah, or the fire department. Yeah, I'm sure there's some way that it has to make sense. Like people that work in garages and stuff, they have oil rigs and stuff. They have to dispose of those in some way. So I'll just have to do some research. So all right. Okay, we're nesting seams, it looks like. So we're sewing them together, and then we're pressing these ones outward, these ones inward, and outward again, and then we will nest the seams and sew them together. So, all right, we can do that. So I'm going to sew down these rows and then pick up these rows, and we'll be good. Think of Lucy Boston. She took up sewing so late. Oh, that's cool. I'm going to write that down. I like looking up. I love that sort of stuff. When people just do... Lucy Boston, was that what it is? I love when people just go for stuff, Or recycling has a toxic waste thing too. Yeah, I know there's some actually special waste areas. This is kind of unrelated, but I found out that I can, for vitamins and old vitamins and old medicine, that I can just dispose of at my library. They have a kiosk. And I'm sure, obviously, oils and all that stuff is different, but I was just surprised that it was so easy and close to me. So I'm hoping that there's some sort of scenario like that with the oil as well, because that would be kind of awesome. Oil rigs and oil whatever. All right, let's get these guys together. So I don't think there's anything I have to watch for. No, good. As far as things meeting and corners to not clip and all that, I think we're good. When your daughter paints pictures for me with oil paint, she always puts a church in the painting. Oh, that's cool! That's a neat little touch. Yeah, I'm so pumped to set up some still lifes and just do a bunch of still lifes. She's a world famous killer. English paper piecing. Oh wow, her house is a museum now. Oh my gosh, that's something else. I'll definitely look her up. I'm learning history and all that of all these things. So I just I love learning about new to me things. I think I'm gonna sew this way so I can see the top of this a little bit better. I'm just really trying to get that scant quarter. This is also that fabric that's a little gauzier that doesn't always like to do what I'm telling it to do all the time. Uh-oh, guys. There's the oven! Hold on a sec. All right. I will have roasted beets when we're done here. I still have so much of the groceries to do yet. It's kind of like I don't know. I'm trying to eat better, so it's a lot of fresh vegetables and all that sort of stuff that I'm trying to prep, because if we don't prep our groceries immediately after we buy them, then they just all go bad. Every single thing goes bad in our fridge because we just, after that one bit of dedicated time to go buy the food, we just don't spend time on it anymore. And so I gotta prep it all right away, but then we have tons of amazing healthy food for the rest of the week. All right, let's sew this guy on. What do you do with them once you've roasted them? I am what I've been doing lately is I take off the skins. So after they're roasted, you let them cool so they're cool to the touch, and then the skins come off really easily. And then I'm just cutting them into just chunks, and I just put them on my salad. I don't add anything to it. I don't know the ways of the vinaigrettes and all that sort of stuff yet. I gotta learn all that. I just basically eat it all kind of raw and bland. I kind of like stuff like that. My husband makes fun of me for that. I like texture, and I love, that the texture of chickpeas, and that outer skin falls off, and then is, that's kind of chewy, and then it's got that center. And with beets, I just really like, just that texture when you bite in, and I like that each skin kind of falls off like an onion when you eat it. I don't know. I'm way on the texture of all that stuff. So, I don't know. I really like beets a ton. I never used to, but I don't know. I've started to. But yeah, so I just throw them on salads and wherever we feel like having beets, but they're prepped then at least. Oh, you usually juice them? Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, so I just have to prep everything. So I have, like cauliflower and stuff that I might leave half of it raw and then cook the other half. Just so, like, everything has to be completely made, so we're not cooking during the week. We're just assembling. So that's kind of my deal. But it takes forever. Ooh, pickled beets. I'm not sure I've ever had pickled beets. I'd love to learn how to do some pickling. We've done just like refrigerator pickling with like cucumbers and stuff like that. But my mom's done, the real pickling. Yeah, pickled anything for sure is awesome. Totally agree. There we are. Yes, pickles are awesome. Oh, we don't actually have cucumbers in our garden this year. We'll have to do that next year. We planted a ton of zucchini, though, and those look like they're going to do awesome. We don't have any zucchini on them yet. It's just still growing, but it's just doing really well, I hope. So we'll do a bunch of, like, spiralized zucchini things, and I'm excited for that. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's call this the top. Yeah, I'm super excited for our garden to start having stuff in it. That won't be for a little while yet, though. Here in the Midwest, we got a lot of growing yet to do. All right, these ones go outward, and these go inward. I'm gonna do this inward one first, quick. Oop, let's go up. All right, we are almost done here. Ooh, zucchini bread or muffins. I've never made those before. Usually we just end up eating them right away. Like we'll just spiralize them and, put some oil on it and garlic. Oh, we have garlic in our garden. So that we can probably almost pick. That's, you plant them in the fall and then they don't have too much to do when the heat comes. And then tomatoes, those seem to be doing well. Our poor little kales. I think we might have one or two little kales for my dad had a bunch of extra kale and he gave it to us, but bunnies ate it all. I don't know if you guys, I wrote about that in my last newsletter, but so bummed. I might have one or two that will pop back up, but it is unlikely. I know, the dang bunnies. Oh man, speaking of like my wildlife out here, my city wildlife, I have a little bird feeder that, is basically overrun with sparrows. Today, I saw a hawk came down onto the bird feeder and it grabbed a sparrow and was flapping because it couldn't hang on to the bird feeder, like a huge hawk. And then all the birds, like there was tons of sparrows around, they all flew off. And then the hawk kind of let go because it couldn't hang on. I don't know if it got the sparrow or not, but it came out of nowhere onto my tiny bird feeder to try and get this sparrow. It was kind of crazy. I've never seen that before here, so got a little hawk in the neighborhood, eyeballing my sparrows, which probably isn't the worst thing. Sparrows kind of take over all other birds. All right, Cooper's hawk here, good for that. Oh, nice, hawks are pretty amusing. Oh, you have gophers. Oh man, yeah. So we don't have any gophers. I don't think. Oh yeah, prairie dogs. We don't have prairie dogs, but they do kind of near here. Okay, here we are. So we've sewn the or we've pressed the seam allowances in the opposite direction, so we should be able to nest our seams like we've been doing for a lot of these blocks. And then they have them pressed open, and then we're good to go. Oh, we flipped. All right, I will turn you guys around, and we'll sew these up, and we'll be kind of done here. All right, let's hope this flips right in. I also gotta go over here. All right, let's see if this works. All right, I'm going to do the top to bottom. And I'm not going to use pins. I'm just going to kind of butt up the seams and just wing it that way. Train nearby me. We might have a... I haven't taken the train by us. But we have like light rail, but that's... I'd have to drive to get there. All right. Oh, are you hearing noise? We have an airport by us, so that might be a plane just flew over just now. Oh, no. It could be a plane. A plane just flew over just now. Yeah, I suppose that sounds like a train. Nope, it was a plane. We're kind of near the airport. Not so near that we have the special windows or anything for that, but you go a little further over, a couple neighborhoods over, and the city gives them special windows to keep the sound out. All right, so here again, we're kind of aiming for these crosses. I didn't really do that at this one, though, so we'll see. That one might be a little wonky, but all these other ones, I'm trying to aim for these little corner points again. I'm pretty sure I missed that last one, but oh well. I never think of that till I'm sewing over it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to look for that. But oh well. All right, there's one. Get my little leader snipped off here. I should have two, then I can have one ready from the front and the back. You know what? I do. I have a couple little scraps laying around here. This is gonna be my second leader because that's annoying to have to take that off all the time. Okay, let's see how we did here, and then we'll. Oh yeah, wow, I'm kind of way off here. Huh? I'm just checking my thread. My tension looks like it might be getting a little funny, so I'll have to test some of that before our next block. Oops. All right, it's a little wonky, but it's not the end of the world. We're not completely meeting up on our little corners here, but I'm gonna just deal with it. We're gonna leave it. All right, let's do this one. See if we can do a little bit better in this one. I didn't have my seams completely butted up. One is the leader and the other is the ender. There we go. That's what we're doing. A leader and an ender. Exactly. I was only had half of the equation down. All right, here we go. All right, now it's going to be at that point again. think I'm going to get right on that point because I've been going, I think, a little scant of the point. And I need to be going more right on top of it. Oh, so you know what? This is what I should have done. So I have to match up 2 points. So here's that corner of one of those of the diamond that we're making in the middle. This should match perfectly with this, and I haven't really been paying too close attention to that or any attention to that. So I'm not going to deal with it with this block anymore, but I definitely should have tried to match up both of those points, the front and the back, with a pin or something. But oh well. Like I said, we are just wrapping this one up, and this one is gonna be what it's gonna be. They can all be a little wonky. I'm fine with that, as long as I learn and get better along the way. So next time we have something with that diamond in the middle, or like a square that needs to match up like that, I'll have to remember this, that I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta match up both the front and the back. So let's see. So like here, for example. So let's get the focus again. So right here was that point that I wanted to sew right through, and see, but the back isn't nearly as matched up. See, so the back should have been lined up there. And look, my bobbin is getting a little funny. I'll have to do a little test. There might be I might be catching on something, but we're fine for tonight. But yeah, so I should have put a pin right through that point to match up with this point here, and then pinned that, and then I would have been in a better scenario as far as accuracy on the center part. But again, we're going to deal with it as is. Let's cut this guy off and press this guy, and we will be done. This is a quick block. I mean, it did take more than one session. I think I've only finished 1 or 2 blocks in one session. But this is only the second session of this, and we actually have quite a bit of time left over. So maybe we'll pick up some of that. Oops, you guys are way out of focus. There. Maybe we'll pick up some of the embroidery yet tonight. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm just kind of pressing this to get it kind of started. And we're going to press this open. Not a huge fan of the pressing open, but it does help reduce bulk. We could do the twirled seams thing, but I think we'll just leave it simple like this. All right, there we go. Get the iron point in there. Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, I was saying on Sunday that I didn't put much thought into these fabrics. I picked my 30 or so fat quarters at the beginning of this, and I'm gonna just work on that seam right away. I've just been using the same fabrics, so I'm pretty familiar with these fabrics at this point. So I was just able to kind of grab from my bin that's already pre-selected, and it's all going to go together with the rest of my quilt, just from the fact that I've been using these all. So this is like a 1 minute fabric pick. It was almost blindly grabbing and going, but not quite. I still had a little thought in it. Ooh, I got some skinny seams here. I'm wondering if we'll be a little bit bigger than the 6.5 inch block. We'll have to test it out because I don't know. Some of these seams look a bit scant to me, but we'll see. All right, those are my open seams. Let's press that. All right. Such a funny, this is like a crazy color combination. thing, but, you know, decided to still just go with it. So here we are, black 37. Let's just do the check. Actually, it looks a little small now that I'm looking at it. We're a little tight over here, but, you know, I think that might be just for my pressing. I could probably press that out to be okay. Oh, thanks so much, guys. So, all right, that's that. And you know what? I think I might just call it a little early tonight, if that's okay with you guys, and we will pick up on the blossoming one again with all the red embroidery that I'm doing. We'll do that right away tomorrow evening, and I think we'll get that done too. So I'm gonna head over back to the kitchen and cut up the rest of my vegetables and cut up my beets. So tomorrow, if I have bright red hands, it's because my hands have been dyed by beets. So all right, guys, I'm gonna flip you around. There, hey guys. So here we go. I always like to kind of show it, you know, where you can get a size relationship about this. The name of the ruler that what was it? It was the lock block ruler. That's what we talked about a little bit today. So I'm gonna look that up and block lock, not lock block, block lock. Okay, the other way around. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I wrote it down backwards. But all right, I will look that up. But here we go. So we got two more nights to work on the anything else, any other blocks, and then let's see. Then Thursday's new block day. So all right, guys, have a great evening. Thanks so much for coming in again tonight. I sure do appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow at 9:30. Good night.